I'm very sorry that I'm late. Um, I had to speak to Officer Kayla. They shot one of the bullies online. Zach, you're next. Country boy, Steelers dad, whatever you want to be called. They're looking for you right now in Pittsburgh, Mr. Ohio boy. Just thought you might want to know that, bud. You're going to jail, bud. Either jail or shot. Either one. It doesn't really matter to me, but you're going to stop bullying these women. You're going to stop sexual harassing these women. You're going to stop coming to my Facebook and fucking with us. Because we have found your address and we're looking for you right now, drug boy. That's all I got to say. Breaking news. Freak ice hail thunder never stopped. Fleet in Pacific. This is not good. Freak ice storm. It's on in the Pacific. Weather warfare. China is about to bring it down. Let's go. Damn, I swear. Y'all kids need to grow up. I told you I was going to get all of y'all. I already got Gomez. And mistakes were made. HQ reactions. They're all gone. They're all gone. You want to keep on playing with me, boys? Keep on. I told I was going to get you bullies. And I'm going to get you. I promise. Alex, we got you. Bang, 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 bang.
All right, guys, welcome into Above Ground World News. This is weather warfare. Before we get into the weather warfare, we got to put out an alert. We have a missing niece. Palmer's niece is missing. Emily Davis, age 12, last seen getting into a black SUV at Currituck County Middle School at 3 p.m. May be leaving the state. Please contact the County Sheriff's Department with any information at 252-453-8204. So let's send out some prayers. We get her back home. Anyway, guys, much love. Crazy things. Couldn't go live. Last night we had a freak storm, a freak ice storm, freak lightning storm, freak thunderstorm, freak hailstorm. Even the local meteorologist, check out his little blog here. Well, that was a weird one last night. I don't have an account working on it, but I don't ever remember seeing so many lightning indicators show up in the data for a winter weather event, snow or ice. It was impressive on the south side of the metro, pointing southward towards the lakes and the I-44 corridor area. There was a pretty rare combo of being an ice storm warning and a severe thunderstorm warning too at the same time. Anyway, we had some pretty bad hail, bunch of power outages.
We'll let them go. Shoot, something's going on.
What was this filtered storm? Oh, I thought I was going to say filtered sun, because he says filtered sun all the time, which is code word for chemtrails. Yeah, we had a quarter size hail just right up the road from me. And the crazy part about this is the thunder on top of the lightning. The lightning was insane. And the sky was like blue, dark blue, like the whole time. Just, lightning bolts, lightning flashes. But it was the thunder. The thunder never stopped rolling. It was the craziest crap. I've only heard that one other time, where the lightning or the thunder would start and it just kept going. I mean, it went for hours. It was crazy.
Man, I've got damage
so we got
in the
hit pretty hard.
Car. I don't know what happened.
A lot of tree limbs are down, ice all over everything. Roads are pretty messed up. A lot of power outages in Kansas City. Let's take a quick look before we get into all the other crazy stuff going on. So we're looking at all the weather watches. We got blizzard warnings, winter storm, floods, thunderstorms. you name it, it's pretty much going on, and we know why. These are all going in the exact same areas. They were loading the skies up with the cloud seeding operations, and we can see they have all the next reds turned down, so they want these storms to go on this path. This is the target for the storms
from hitting me,
which we'll get into all that today too. I mean, we got tons to get into since we missed last night. Look at this over here in Colorado. Watch this next red just pop up out of nowhere. There's no rain around here. This is a transmission ascending and receiving. That's how they steer the atmospheric rivers. We have beams coming out of Nevada. But we'll get into this part a little bit later. First thing I want to get into is, this is articles from 2017, but it pertains to everything that's going on now. The Rain Men, everything you need to know about UAE's cloud seeding missions. Now, they have these same techniques to steer the atmospheric river as Aquez and Sky Blue, and it's called the Climacron, but they also cloud seed, just like America does, but they don't tell you. And what else they don't tell you, I'm going to close these as I go. So they're boosting rainfall by about a third. Let's see here. But what they're not telling you is when they do this stuff, man, they make the storms way worse. Oh, I know I'm going to be skipping around a lot tonight too. Also, the reason why these storms are so electrified now, why the winds are so much higher, it's because of all the heavy metals and particles that they're putting into these storms. So that's a big part of it. Just like these ship tracks, the storms follow the ship tracks. The lightning follows the ship tracks. And yeah, see, they had to, when they did these cloud seeding operations over here, they had to evacuate from the floods and the severe weather. They can't control this stuff, man. They're out of hand. They're madmen. And you know what they get? They get $5 million for an award. A Rain Enhancement Pioneers win UAE's $5 million award at the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. Okay. You know, whenever it says sustainability, that means the opposite. That means they want to take you out. It has nothing to do with sustaining anything. This is the eugenics program. This is the population control. This is Agenda 2030, Agenda 21. Now we got dust storms going everywhere. I'm going to show you some on the map. We have like 3 simultaneous dust storms on the other parts of the world.
I want to know where the fleet is.
They got one out here in Australia that hovered in one area. That's like not even possible, but it happened. And all these links should be in the description. Oh, I was going to get into the Sahara thing. I think I'm going to wait on that. Yeah, I'll say that for another night. All right, look, here we are. Look, we're out here off the Pacific.
Whoa.
And guess who's back out here? The ships. Look at all these ship tracks. Let me put on the enhancement.
These guys are idiots.
This yellow. Look at all these ships. There's a whole fleet of ships out here. Look, they even have a ship grid pattern. Double tic-tac-toe board.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to make another big change with the weather. There's
I
another one right there.
Place.
So they're getting ready to definitely change the weather patterns. They're creating their own low-pressure system with all this bunker fuel out here. This is the most poisonous emissions on the planet. And they're dumping a bunch of it. This is the leftovers of refining fuel. And they're not going into a shipping path. That they are doing this to modify the weather. This is no, you don't come out here and do S-turns all around the Pacific and grid patterns. I mean, they'd be straight lines. Like, we could look at the normal shipping patterns just by going to the particulates and the sulfur dioxide right here. See, we can see see the shipping lanes by these long straight lines. These are the shipping lanes. These are all the aerosols from all the ocean liners. And when we look at this, we can see they're all in straight lines. They're not in a pattern. This is a pattern to create a low pressure, high pressure system. This is going to affect, every time we see these things, something major happens. It happened before all and every hurricane, happened before the Paradise fires. It happens before all the fire, all the weird stuff. So we've got to keep a heads up on this. We have a brand new big time spraying operation over Washington, Oregon, Northern California, Southern California, and they're laying some really thick, nasty trails out here tonight. Looks like the stream is running all right. I want to welcome everybody in here. We'll get a little more into the storm. I got some clips for you guys too. In fact, let me play the quick little clips to get them out of the way and make sure I can cue these up right.
Its target.
What target?
It ain't playing. What the heck? So this is when I tell you the ship tracks. Check this
The
out.
Navy Warfare Development Command tested a new anti-ship missile defense system June 21st through 25th. Pandora Fog consists of shipboard radar-absorbing carbon fiber clouds tested under a variety of at-sea conditions using assets from the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force. These man-made clouds are part of a layered defense and are capable of preventing a missile from detecting and striking its target.
They're going to use them for hurricanes, aren't they?
Are they laying a defense out here? These are man-made clouds. We just heard it from the Navy. They say they can make clouds. Well, here they are. These are coming off. Who knows what? Who knows if these are military or if these are just some kind of weather manipulating ships? What we do know is they're doing this for a purpose. I got another clip for you here.
Oh, gosh, I can't get around this idiot.
If I can find it. I may hit the wrong one.
Dumbass.
In the early 2000s, the UAE started performing regular cloud seeding operations. Cloud seeding is the process of increasing the amount of rain produced from clouds.
Some of these clouds, by nature, sometimes it rains, for example, only 40 to 50% of its rain that processed in the cloud that comes as rainfall. So by these operations, we try to increase this amount by, for example, from 15 to 30%.
So how does it work? It starts here, inside the National Center of Meteorology, where a team is constantly monitoring forecasts, looking for potential clouds to...
The heck happened? He's been having problems with his internet. It's freezing because of ice. He said he's having ice problems.
The operations only work with cumulus clouds, which are vertical in shape.
This is not the way I wanted to start.
Once they spot a cloud, they radio the pilots, who then take to the air armed with hydroscopic flares filled with a mixture of potassium chloride, sodium chloride, magnesium, and other materials.
Give him a little tap, let him know I'm there. But yeah, he's having problems, guys. That ice storm got him. I'm gonna have to report it. We got snow coming here in Alabama. Can you believe that? They just announced snow for tomorrow. This weather is just changing like it's changing its underwear, folks. But I already reported snow coming up for Houston, Texas. All the way down to Houston, Texas. So, doesn't surprise me. But I really didn't think we was going to get any because it's just too warm, I thought. But it's going to close down to like 32 degrees. But I really don't think it's going to stick.
You just mentioned contrails. So So you just mentioned contrails. So how do the contrails affect or have an impact on the climate?
Right. Well, contrails have a huge impact on climate. And so, in fact, some of the recent modeling work that has come out of DLR suggests that contrails today, just the ones that we're able to see up in the sky, maybe today, this week, this month, have a larger impact on Earth's climate than all of the carbon dioxide emitted by aircrafts since the first powered airplane flight. So that's a huge effect. And so even as CO2 accumulates, greenhouse gases accumulate in the atmosphere, the impact of these contrails trapping heat and reflecting sunlight back into space is having a huge effect on the Earth's energy balance. And so
that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They're dumping more particles this week than all of the aviation since the very first plane. That's why our skies are so toxic. Yep. That's why we're all have a chest infection. Yep. That's why we're all sick. That's why all the plants and the trees and the bugs are dying. Let's get into this a little bit deeper.
And I'm interested in understanding how aerosols or particles that are...
He's right.
There you go. They admit to it.
Yeah.
There you go. They admit to it right there. Sorry, I had to hit the microphone to get the mic to work there. Anyway, so there you go. So we have them, the Navy, admitting that they create clouds, which we can see them right here on the worldview map. We can see they weren't here yesterday, and they went crazy today. So we've already covered all the spraying operations over Oregon, Washington. Now this crazy storm that went through, this was a man-made storm. It was a man-made freak storm with ice, hail, thunderstorms, thunderstorm warnings, quarter size hail. They used a bunch of ice nucleation, cloud seeding, and created this monster. When you look at it look at the straight line, man. This is the same path that they've been running all these storms. This is where they're chemtrailing them most. It's all goes together, man. We see it, and they steer it with the next threads by sending and receiving. That's where the
Ebola,
companies
cancer,
like Aqueous comes in, and the Climate Cron, and all them companies. They actually can steer these things. They target the high and low pressure systems and hit them with microwave pulses and can steer this stuff. So anyway, all the spraying operations are going to be really hard to see, but they're spraying right out ahead of this.
No wonder they call us
and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pick it up too good. Am I on today? Yeah, still on today. So they got it so cloud covered right now. We're not going to be able to find a whole lot there. Let's go ahead and check out this mega dust storm. I mean, we got more than one. Let me go back to yesterday or even the day before if it'll load.
Mm-hmm. He's been having
so this
problems.
Is a monster dust storm, man. I've been following these for a long time, and that is huge. So this is back on the 5th. Here's yesterday. And then here's today. All that's going to be loaded up. That just fills up the sky with more particles. And there's a bigger story about the Sahara Desert that I'll get into hopefully tomorrow night. And we'll take a look up here. Ireland's looking pretty good. The UK, they already got hit, so now they're just getting the storms from it. I can't really tell. I didn't get to check emails or nothing. I'm going to kind of buzz through this. There's another dust storm right over here coming off of Egypt. Let me back it up a day, see if we can pick it up a little better. Yeah, check this out. So we got more dust storms, and this isn't the only one. There's a dust storm in Australia that was like parked over an area. I'm not sure if we'll pick that up. Hey, thanks out there. Super chat, much love. Look, Israel's getting some rain. They might even be getting some trails over the sky here. We go back a couple days. They had their first spraying operation of the year over Israel. So apparently, even Israel gets hit with the trails.
You beat something. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can show it. Look, there's a T in the sky right there. But that's not the extent of the trails. I probably got to hit the layer. And I know it's getting hammered right over the West Banks.
Beating anything.
Just all good stuff to die. It looks like a Freemason symbol right there. I'm trying to find that
You are
layer where it's
Freemasons,
really
Mike.
showing them getting bombarded. Yeah, here's the spraying operation. It was over Israel. So they get hit too. Not very often. One time this year. Let's get back up to today.
Well.
There we go. And Morocco, where are we at over here?
Morocco.
Part of China is getting just pounded again. I mean, they got like a trail right here that's like
Yeah, the Rothschilds are
10,000 miles
attacking
long.
everybody
Mongolia
right
is
now.
getting slammed.
He won't say it, but I will. The Rothschilds is
And Russia
attacking
gets hit
everybody.
too. We just can't see them as good until the springtime when the sun gets back up there. Let's go down here in Australia, see if the fires are still burning. Look, they're still pulling up the atmospheric river from the Arctic. So it looks like New Zealand's actually clear today, so they get a 1-day break. And not really seeing the fires burning in Tasmania. Maybe they went out. Let me expand this out. I'm just going to see if I can find this dust storm. I didn't happen to look to see where it was. Got a little spraying operation there of Brisbane. Let's see if I can find this dust storm that was parked over here. Let's see if I can see where it was here. Let's see here. So this was back on January 2nd. Okay, that's why I'm probably not finding. Hey, thanks there, Leet. Much love out there. So, all right, we're done with that. All these links are in the description if you want to check any of this stuff out. All right, I think we're done with the worldview map right now. I know there's other places to cover, but that's probably good for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this forecast model. Now, if you guys have been with us, then you know 2 weeks ago we were going to get hit with this ice storm.
Yep, we called it.
It was part of the weather plan, and it was right on target. That's what I don't get. These local meteorologists don't give you any warning.
Nope, but we will.
I heard him say last night, hey, you better prepare for power outages. Well, that was last night when the storm was in progress. You couldn't even get out to get anything from the ice. So that's how they work. They could have given you at least 2 weeks notice for this, but they didn't do it.
But we are.
So that's why you guys got to tune in here every Sunday for the
NSA
16-day
is giving you the
forecast. Here we go up
information,
another
giving me
12
the information
hours.
to give to you.
Severe storms for Pennsylvania. So this is going to track right up the east. Let me check that ice line. It's weird the ice goes down here, and then it picks back up way up in the north. Let's go ahead and just scroll through this. We got the super cold coming in now. Going to be really cold.
5 laps.
Again, we'll check the polar vortex. Ooh, we got another ice storm coming here on the 10th.
Yep. Get ready, guys.
Really heavy there at the down in the Boot Hill,
Pacific.
Missouri. But we'll get into this much deeper on Sunday. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a few waves of ice storms.
Yep.
And I think most that's because the polar vortex is trying to slip back in place from when they disturbed it.
Y'all get ready, everyone.
Let's go ahead and check out
I'll
the
be putting it on the
temperatures
radar
real quick while we're
on my
here.
other YouTube channel for y'all.
And see what kind of cold we're looking at. I don't know about you guys, but I am sick of the cold.
I am too. But we're going to have tornadoes.
We're ready for
worse than ever.
springtime.
Yeah, in 34 weeks.
All right, so I'm just going to kind of, what day are we on? Okay, here's today. Go up, yeah, here's today. We're still on today.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Friday the 8th. So you got, minus 17, minus 15 there in South Dakota, minus 5 in Iowa, 4 degrees, southern Iowa. I know we're supposed to get down to like 0 tonight.
You
then you factor in the 30-mile-an-hour winds. That's some cold stuff. Let me just go ahead and track this out. So yeah, we're still flirting with this cold.
We got to take down CERN, Switzerland, or we're in trouble.
All right, let's go ahead and check the Earth now. Let's go see what the polar vortex is doing. Get this where I can see where we're at. All right, yeah, it looks like it's trying to pull itself back together, but it's all going to depend on what they're doing out here with these ship tracks. Yeah, I'd like to be down there where it's 80 degrees. I'd take that any day. I'd rather be hot than cold. Let's go ahead and fast forward this up, see if it's going to pull together. Looks like it's going to try.
Mm-hmm.
You know, by the time they get this thing pulled
I know it's
together,
going to. Ain't gonna be no trying
it's going to start dropping down to the southern hemisphere because it's going to be starting to get to spring.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and check the temperatures while we're up here. So it's still pretty dark.
Earthquakes are
Got
doing
another
it,
little
though.
heating event. See if I can fast forward that. Just
Some
make sure
players
they're
are
not doing
getting
no
bad.
funny business again as far as I can go. All right. Actually, there's two heating events kind of holding that in place.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we'll keep our eye on that. Let's go ahead and check the jet stream winds here. Let me get it on the winds. So Mike's still working. It's from the ice nucleation, man. They had,
Heads up,
even though
3
it wasn't that warm
ice
air,
storms
they
coming, guys.
super cooled
3
the clouds
ice storms
and pretty much
back
created
to back to back.
a springtime event. Plus, with the polar
you're on
vortex
there, I don't
winds
know if
being
you're
where
on
they
there or
are,
not,
that's one thing you gotta
I
factor
called
in.
it 2 weeks
When
ago.
this thing goes from winter to summer, this polar vortex moves all the way down, so it does split apart. You know, like it has,
Man.
or kind of like it looks like now. But it works its way down, and that's when you're going through all the bad storms in the morning. Well, they did it right midwinter. They blew it apart, and that's what's causing all this crazy weather. You can see our jet stream is all screwed up still. Like there's no trough even. There's like no trough all the way across the Pacific. Kind of one right there. But yeah, see, they got everything all out of whack. They're screwing with all this. Let's check the vortice level. Really, the vortice level looks more like what the jet streams should look like. So, just insane what they're doing with the weather. They're hitting it with so many microwave pulses and electromagnetic pulses that it's out of control. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the sea level pressure. See, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to create something out here where these ship tracks are.
Mm-hmm.
Let me forward that just to see. See, all them ship tracks are between two high pressures.
Yeah, but the geostorming's
I'm
coming from
gonna
outer
definitely
space.
keep my eye and try to figure out what the heck they're doing with the ship
They're
track.
just
Usually
throwing
takes
it
a week or so
at
before
Earth.
whatever they do out here happens. So, I mean, we're just going to keep our eye on it to see what the heck they're trying to do. All right, let's go ahead and check the ocean waves.
World War III right here, modern warfare.
And that's a big wave field, like right where the ships are. Huge wave field. Let me
We've
fast
already been
forward
in
that and
World
see
War
what it
III for the
does.
past 2 years. 25 more years left.
Really good waves there in the Aleutian Island chain. 44-foot waves inside the bay. That's pretty crazy. Go ahead and fast forward it.
That is crazy.
Ooh, we got some big waves out here by Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
See if we got another day. Ooh, it's going to wrap around the Hawaiian Islands. Hey, Bamboo, much love out there. Thanks. So we need to give out a little wave warning for Hawaii for the 10th. We're looking at 32-foot waves crashing in.
Wow, that's big.
You know, this
Well,
Hawaii
like
and the
other
Hawaiian
ones.
Islands, man.
The other ones were
This
like
is a
40
bad
or
spot to be.
32.
If we get any kind of big earthquake that sends off a tsunami from anywhere, they are a target.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a bad spot. That's a tsunami hitting island. Wow, look up here. 45-foot waves.
Yep, they're
Probably
using
as far as we can go.
China
Yeah, that's it.
submarines.
So anyway, Hawaii's going to be getting some pretty good waves here in a few days.
China submarines are doing that,
Let's
folks.
go ahead and check the sea surface temperatures. They tried to create a La Nina, and it didn't work. So then they tried to create a El Nino, and it didn't work. So I'm thinking they might have gave up on doing that part, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxide, make sure we're all up to date here. Look, it's still a little high there in the southern part of California. Still a little spot in Oregon, Northern California. Look at the East Coast. This is where all the spraying's going on right now. This is where the storm's headed. Even the volcanoes aren't showing up as bad as the East Coast. Even China's not looking as bad. India's looking actually really good compared to normal. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Look at this. Now, this is the worst I ever seen.
Yep.
Let me go ahead and look on the world view, see what we're looking at here.
That looks like piss,
I think
but
this
it's
is
not.
just
It's
all the aerosols that they're dumping in the sky up here. Maybe when we get to the GOES 16,
I talked about that on my channel yesterday, I think.
In fact, let me go ahead and start getting that loaded because, man, that's a super high event there.
Yep, it looks like piss. Complete piss.
Let me go ahead and get the GOES 16 loaded while we're looking at this other stuff. Get this on the Cirrus.
4th place, I'm going to pit road this time
Then
by.
we want to put it on the 200 frames.
That's what
We
I
should be able to
started
pick up the them ship tracks on the Ram slider.
my,
Hopefully we'll see. But
really
wow,
good
look
there.
at this, guys. Bad air quality.
Yeah, that's awful.
Super bad up here. All in the north, man. I mean, this is going, looks like all the way from Illinois all the way over to the East Coast. Now, we've never, ever seen that big
Awful.
of carbon dioxide, ever. Like everybody who's been watching this, even for
No,
the
they're
last
trying to kill
5
us.
years. That's the worst on the planet
One
and
of
the
our
biggest on the
schools
planet I've ever seen.
has shut down due to flu,
So,
folks.
major air alert.
Hayden, Alabama.
Let's go ahead and check these
The whole
sulfur.
school shut down today.
I mean, it's pretty normal. Let's check the particulates.
Pray for the kids.
Let's go to the 2.5s. Yeah, look at that dust storm right there. That dust storm is definitely being picked up. And that dust storm right there. So, I mean, that's some gnarly air probably headed our way.
I got that. Go to
And it's not really showing up too big time in the particulates. But we still are getting these signatures over here off the West Coast. So something, whether fracking or volcanic fields, something that's going on over here, even up in Alaska, up in BC. So here's a carcinogen alert. Let's go ahead and we'll just check them all while we're here, because
7.
man, that's some bad looking air right there. These are really bad. The PM1s are the smallest. These are actually the worst. Looks like down in Georgia, South Carolina, we got a really high spot.
Approaching traffic on the inside, buddy.
Let's go ahead and check the auroras.
Nope. Okay. Thanks.
Still looks like it's still hitting pretty good.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, I think we're done with this.
Thanks for giving me room.
Oh, we want to check the Ram slider real quick.
Eighth place. Not bad.
Nice crowd out there. Welcome in, everybody. Let me give you some shout outs. Welcome in, Dag, Edman, Christy, Bamboo Soldier, Funky Blue, Q City, Lady Mad, Jeeper, Captain Guam, Grumpy Troll, Hold True,
Grumpy Troll.
Oregon Sunshine, Stack Stevens, Honey Pie, William Bond, Rhonda Long, St. James, Blue Land, I don't know how to say that, Shania, Off Grid, Nevada Hodges, Coco, Bubby, Bill, Nancy, Eastside, Copper Tropicals, Todd, Sheridan, Jan, She, Dawn, Answers Above, Piece by Piece, Alfred, Denise, Oscar P, Lady Liberty, Jaybird, Hold True, Mia, Polymer, if you're out there.
All of them are CIA agents, too.
It went too quick. Dead Metal
That's who
Head,
subscribes to him.
Lead, hey, much love out there. Tina Cobb, Simon Cowie, St. James, Kyle, Mark McDowell, Kenley, Blue Collar Art, Abe G. Welcome in, everybody. Much love out there. Spray Can-Am, Thomas Carr, Stack, Donna. Hey, Rocket Guitar. Much love out there. Elizabeth, Todd, Katie, Cromare, Mia, Cherokee, Eminem.
Eminem.
GT, Janet, Love Pugs, Just Went, Hodgepodge. All right, guys, much love out there. Nice crowd out there. I'd like to see a lot of people in here trying to find out what the hell's going on. What are they doing? Stormwatcher, welcome in. MD, welcome in. Yeah, it's Oregon Sunshine. Fast. Or ZZ, Mind for Knowledge, Monkey Went Bananas. M. Weaver, Curtis.
Monkey went banana.
All right, guys. Yeah, if I missed you, sorry. No way I'm going to go through 600 names. So let's see if we can see the, yeah, you can just start seeing when they started the boat tracks up here, the ship tracks, the bunker fuel. I want to go ahead and jump.
Can I get
I guess we'll just check these real quick since I got this up.
I don't mean to run you all the way over, but you blocked me while ago.
Yeah, look at this line. It goes all the way from the equator. They sucked this thing up using the first they sprayed this area. We all witnessed and documented them spraying this very area that got hit with the ice storm and the severe storms. And then they hit it with these satellite meteorology. They use the
Rothschild hit it with
ground-based
these
radars to manipulate this, to steer it. Several companies do it. It's been proven. It's fact. It's not fiction. It's not conspiracy. It's the truth.
The truth. Yes, sir.
All right, let's go ahead and check the Hawaiian one too while we're. Yep, definitely used a lot of chemical ice nucleation. And you know it because the snow is so much colder than it should be. It don't melt. It's like little balls. It rolls up, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
looks like we might have some ship tracks down there in Australia. Let's go ahead and check the northern hemisphere.
The New World Order likes balls.
Hey, no problem there, Denise. We got to do this, man. We're the generation to stop this. If we don't stop it, it's all over.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
It'll definitely be the one world order for sure.
Yep. He is right.
I mean, who else is going to stop it? It's got to be us.
Yep.
They have all the kids brainwashed. They have all the teachers are brainwashing the kids. All they're doing is pushing this transgender crap.
Teachers need to be shot.
They're pushing all this strange stuff, all this evil stuff.
Just like Alex today.
So check it out. We got some plasma bursts going on. And that's right where that heating event is taking place right now. See if there's another one. Yet not one over here, but definitely right here. I think this purple sky in the skies is the plasma showing up in the clouds when we get the purple skies, pink skies.
Nope, you're not getting all around me.
It's from the leftovers of this plasma discharge. Yeah, I reported on the poles moving around. I mean, that's pretty normal. They've been doing it forever. The magnetic poles move constantly. I mean, as an astrophotographer, I have to adjust, every month at least. Usually every night I got to make a little adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the Earth's wobbling, and then they don't, everything's
Earth is wobbling.
Not as it seems.
Wobble. It's that damn wheel coming off of the fucking race car.
So hopefully this will load. Remember, we had that monster plasma burst up here by where they're steering the system over to Australia. It's still kind of showing up. Yeah, a really strong one. You actually see the chemtrails right there, right where that hit. I think that's David Miles' company out there steering the atmospheric river over to Australia, flooding them out. drowning a bunch of houses, over 500 homes underwater.
Yep.
I'm just kind of watching this, seeing if I see any kind of weird anomalies. Remember, we have this weird iceberg thing down here. We don't know what the hell that is. It's still there.
Just wait. The 15th.
You know, for all we know, the Earth could be expanding. We know the moon is supposedly drifting off, you know, really slow. There's all kinds of weird stuff they will never tell you.
You wanted to listen to John X.
All right,
Army
let's
that was
see
killing
what we
you.
can pick up on this thing.
And you wanted to listen to Stony Stone. Guess what? Stony Stone's going to prison for pedophilia.
Yeah, we need to get everybody humanly possible to protest all this stuff, to block every politician in their house.
Not happening, Jack.
Until they do something about it. That's the only way it's going to happen. You got to have the numbers. I mean, there's thousands of us out here fighting this stuff, but it's not enough. We need more people. We need tons of people. We need like the 5 million man march. We need
9 million.
A worldwide event to stop this stuff.
I want 90 million to come
We
up
have to get the numbers.
and wake their ass up. 90 million.
And I'm just keeping my eye on this. I definitely see the spraying over here in California. Let's go ahead and zoom in over on this area.
I got more than that, but
you missed a lot there, Russ. You may have to go back and re-watch it. A lot of information tonight.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Jackson, much love out there. Karen, Kyle, Todd, Honey Pie. All right, let's see what we can pick up on. Wow, look at these spraying operations. A big old fat liner up there off the
10
coast.
laps to the next pit stop.
So, Oregon's really getting pounded. Nevada's getting just wasted.
Man, that was close.
Oregon's getting clobbered. Washington's getting clobbered. All the way up into BC. Look, you can start to see the ship tracks over here. If I could get over that way, I could probably go to the Ghost 17 and pick that up. Wonder if I can move over there a little more. Yeah, I can get up here. Or is that where I'm at?
You come by me one more time, I'll run into you.
I think that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I was. Look at this guy right here. That's a big old fat heavy duty liner there. These are all fake synthetic clouds. These are not water vapor. These are a chemical reaction.
Yep.
These are the weather makers.
Those are the
just completely making these clouds. There would be no clouds if there was no air traffic. If these planes wasn't up here, we wouldn't have this weather.
It's planes, and now they're using ships. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Ships, and now they're going to try to use planes.
You heard in the beginning videos how they target a normal cloud, and then they feed the cloud with the aerosols and particles.
They say that y'all are
the unknown particles, and then they get 30% more rain. And if they use the ice nucleation, they can make it colder. They can make those storms stronger. All these metal particles, they can dry the sky out if they want.
Their goal is to take you out of your cars to say that you're the one that's doing it.
Just for the heck of it.
I think it's wrong.
Yeah, see, they're spraying heavy out here off that big old heavy liners.
I already showed you how much they've been spraying.
Yep, spraying up in Alberta.
Channel. This guy's
look at that grid up there in the sky. That's some high altitude sprayers there. Spraying over here. So all of Canada's getting sprayed. They're flying 3 or 4 abreast right there. So definitely in a panic mode spray, it looks like.
Panic mode means Wormwood is here, guys.
Might as well go down here and take a look.
Why they're covering it up, I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we can look at Michigan here in just a minute. I'm just trying to document. This is where the major spraying operation started, way out here.
Pissing me off. I cannot stay off my damn ass.
Seeing if they're still hitting this area. Yeah, it looks like Might be hitting it a little bit up here, down way south of the ship tracks. Yeah, they're starting a new operation right there, it looks like. Let's go ahead and check up here. Yeah, David Keith, he's just a puppet, man. He's like the fall guy. Yeah, they've been doing it. They just got him out there to take the fall. They've been doing this for years, man. None of our weather is natural whatsoever.
It hasn't been since...
Ever since, probably the 20s, they've been screwing with it.
Oh, the 20s. Wow, that's a long time.
Look at those heavy sprayers way up there in Canada.
So Hurricane Camille was a mother of all
right there.
bombs.
They were
That's a
too big
long
to be
time ago.
drones. So this is that system coming in. Look how it's just blowing up perfect straight lines. You got super cold back behind that. We'll check the microphysics too here in a minute.
Wow. If you just joined me, guys.
I'm sure he's made some mixes and matches, but you heard it at the beginning of this show. I showed NASA talking about how they're using different kind of mixes in the jet fuel. They're doping up the jet fuel.
Yeah, they are.
And he even admitted that the chemtrails that we're seeing today, this week, this month, are way worse than all of aviation history since the history of flight. So that tells you right there that, man, they're doing it on purpose.
Obama and Trump's together.
Big time spraying down here in the Gulf of Mexico. Spraying the southern part of the system.
I mean, how stupid can you get?
And look, they're starting a new segmented spray down there in the Gulf of Mexico, just over and over and over.
I've seen that. Fifth place.
And we've got a real small, tight spraying operation still down here in the Bahamas, or the Bajas.
Bajas, Bermuda, or
Let's go ahead and check the upper
buddy, damn,
Midwest.
Get it right. Skippy doo all day. Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna be some pretty good. Dane, he's been compromised. They all have, man. Unless you're just a normal guy like me that's sick of this crap, man.
Just found out Dane Winnington.
That's what's making it so hard, man. Yeah, they got good information.
He was with John X Army.
They're
both
pushing the global warming and all that crap. And
Freemasons.
There's no way you could figure that out. The Earth goes through change.
He's right.
It
Great
always
Dane
has.
Winnington has changed on us, guys.
Man, you can see this cold air coming in here. It's just like, that's crazy. Look at it wiping away that fog. That is pretty weird right there.
Mm-hmm. Great Dane Winnington and John X Army.
Here, I want to do...
both the bad guys. Yep.
Wow, can I do the... Ooh, we can get the ship tracks.
Ooh.
I didn't even know I could do this till just now.
Ooh.
Let's check out the ships in motion, if we can pick them up here.
That's going to be great.
That'd be awesome.
If they get the... Yeah, that's be good.
You know, so they got ships and planes up there.
Mm-hmm. I said that, ship.
It don't have us far enough up to... Yeah, unless these are the ships, it's hard to tell when we go to the worldview map. Let me see if I can get this...
They're using ships, guys, for chemtrails.
There, I gotta fix up here.
Trains will be next.
I want to check out these ship tracks here. So they're right underneath Alaska, these ship tracks. They're right underneath Alaska, and then they got a grid pattern right up here over China. So I'm going to see if I can pick them up.
Separated that BMW.
Let's see. I don't know if I can get them. Oh, yeah, I bet I can right here.
Keep them separated.
They're almost over this way a little more. Let's just see if we can pick up northern part of them.
Wow, that's some breaking news today. Holy crap. There's a lot of news today.
Look right there. It looks like we got, that's probably the ships right there.
I thought y'all needed to know this, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on?
Yeah, look, there's
now?
the grid pattern right here in the bottom part. Yeah, look at that. So they're creating these low pressure systems, and then they're feeding them with the bunker fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at the spraying operation going on with the ship tracks.
Yep.
So, wow.
Ain't no wow.
Yeah, they're hitting this pretty heavy here.
Yep.
Really almost need to be one more step out to get the ship tracks, but if they're still out there tomorrow, we will definitely catch them.
I already called them.
Look at that spraying operation there.
Way ahead of them all, man. I can't believe that. But I'd like
Alright,
to
we
thank
check
XCI and XNSA for giving me the information.
Wow, you can really see them. Yeah, you're right. Copper Tropicals, they're definitely stand out good on here. Look at all those ship tracks up there showing up. Wow. That is crazy.
I got family, but they fighting with me.
Get that to load real good.
Cato's pitting.
Yeah, they got the segmented sprayers too.
Okay.
Yeah, that really shows up. Look at that. That's a fleet of ships. And then you also have the planes out here spraying along with them. So they're trying to affect the high pressures. There's high pressure all over here. Here's a low pressure. There's a big low pressure down here. So they're definitely trying to affect the low pressure with all this bunker fuel.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, wait a minute.
So that's pretty crazy
BMW
right there.
again. Damn, where's he coming from, man?
Let's speed that up a little.
God darn it.
There we go.
Excuse me. I'm gonna break you fatter than you, bud.
There, that shows up pretty damn good right there. You can't deny that ship tracks. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call this a show. Much love out there. We'll be back tomorrow night, God willing. We don't get hit with another ice storm. Anyway guys, much love out there. If you don't like heavy rock and roll, turn it down. If you do like it, turn it up. Everybody pray for Polymer's niece. Hopefully they can find her. Anyway guys, much love. Here we go. We're going to...
Yeah, I'm going to go to the next story. There's more. Thought y'all might want to know that, guys. They're using chemtrails for ships. There's a fleet on the west coast. I repeat, there's a fleet on the west coast. Let's go to the news. There's more news. There's more news, folks. I promise. I thought y'all might want to know that. Yep. Breaking news. I thought so. My damn thing's going off like crazy. Mary Greeley just announced it. Yellowstone volcano lake activity uplift earthquakes. I seen it, man. I felt it. Y'all, I'm telling you, I really, y'all need to get ready for this. Seriously. I'm warning you because I care. I just hope you care.
Off the charts. He's been having a difficult time making friends.
All right, here we go. I knew it.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Well, we're still waiting for the live camera to be fixed. Evidently, CenturyLink is supposed to go out there tonight and do some repairs. Who knows what's going on, what kind of baloney they're giving. You want to take bets that they're not going to fix it tonight?
No, they're not going to fix it at all.
The activity at Yellowstone Lake is continuing. So it's currently 6:30 their time when the guy's supposed to show up and fix the camera. I really doubt it, so I'll show you a series of images that I took before I was interrupted. Had a bunch of family members show up. Different stages of Old Faithful going off. Over here on the left You can see there's a lot of melt.
That's third place.
Old Faithful was kind of puffing before it finally went off. One of the geysers in the back went off. It can almost look like 3 different spots here, but that's actually another geyser behind there going off. And then it erupted at 5:57 p.m. There's another image of it. It doesn't seem like it lasted that long and wasn't very big, but it could have been the direction of the camera that made it look like that. This is at 6:04 p.m. Yeah, starting to get dark. And then at 6:06 p.m., this camera here does not have night vision, not like the live stream camera does. And this is what it's currently showing at 6:37 p.m. Now that's mountain time there at Old Faithful.
I'm good, guys.
And the webcam
is
is
a bad
not working.
sign.
And it's been
If
down
they're
since
taking the
February
cams down,
4th.
that means they're putting the
The
drones
National
in the
Park
volcano.
Service likes to do everything cheap. Originally, they said that the interruption would be minimum. Here
This
it is the 7th.
3 days.
3 days, 4 days, going into 4 days.
4 days,
Still not working. This activity
right.
at Yellowstone Lake, now this is the borehole, has been continuing off
Something's
and on
about to
all
happen,
day.
guys. Something
I'll
is
pull this
about to
over
happen
so
in
you can see
Montana.
the time. Now this is universal time.
This is
You can
scaring
see
the
the
shit out of
earthquakes.
me.
A lot of them. They just
National
don't report
emergency,
them.
could it be?
Some are smaller
knows
than
what.
others.
Trump has on in his sleeve.
See that? There was an interesting wave, I guess you
9/11
can
plot
call it.
is coming.
I'm going through these earthquakes to see if
And
I
it's
can
gonna be
find that
worse.
signature again for you. There we go. And this is not from any large earthquake that had occurred. This is an actual disturbance that's going on there at Yellowstone Lake. Now they got an area at the bottom of the lake, about 100 feet high, a mound, which is rising, and there's spreading going on. This shows what was going on in 2008 and 2009, and I believe this is going on again right now. I copied some of the signatures of the more recent earthquakes up until, maybe 2 hours ago. You can see them all. This is from Yellowstone Lake. And I'm going to show you the spectrogram during the time of these earthquakes.
Miss Goots, we got
Hopefully I'm
problems.
not going too fast.
The United States is in trouble.
There's that quake right there.
If you're there, Miss Goots, I don't know if you're there or not, but we're under attack by the New World
And I
Order.
noticed, it shows the gases, the water. Notice the different pockets of melt.
Nobody's even responding. What is going
There, I
on?
turned down the kids' TV. Look at this signature, how it came up.
Told everybody on Facebook I was coming back. I don't hear nothing or see anything. I'm getting shadow banned like shit right now.
And then it settled down. You can see that, but still there was...
If anybody's
I'll
there,
come over here. This other
please
earthquake
share.
right there.
Y'all are in trouble on the West Coast. Big
And I'll
time
go back over here.
trouble. My thing is going off like crazy for the earthquakes right now. On the West Coast, you're in trouble, guys. Mary, don't ever come on this late. This is breaking news. She's
I'll show you
concerned.
this other one.
God darn, man. 11:13 Central Time.
How can you give your family the
Oh,
comfort
shit,
and reliability you want and lower your energy
Screwed
bills
up
too?
there.
You need a fuel that can do it.
I'm concerned, guys. Oh my God. I may have to go. I don't know yet.
And then we'll come down here.
I have to go live
Like over here.
on something else after this.
It was like pulsating. See how it increased? I'm going to look up over here.
My emails are so quiet. Like something's about to happen, guys. Our emergency broadcast system went off last night.
It's almost like it was pulsating, and yeah, this stuff was being released, almost like there was a plug.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that one. Look how far up that went.
I don't know.
And that's all I have copied right now.
This is sad, guys.
Okay, the spectrogram for Yellowstone Lake. You can see the earthquake. Now, this is from yesterday, the 37th day of the year. The depth of the melt.
Waves are coming out of Hawaii, and this is happening. This
the tilt meter for
like
Yellowstone
2012,
Lake.
the movie.
And I talked about how we got two different areas that's rising up. Each dot is an earthquake. That's what creates the uplift. This is the last 7 days, and then we got the last 30 days.
That's a bunch of earthquakes. I can't even count how many. That was it. That was
the spectrogram for Grant. Yeah, look, I'll make this one bigger for you. Grant's been the most active.
Golly.
That's on the
it was quiet last night.
Southwest side of Yellowstone.
That's the scary part.
I'll show you where it's at. Hold on. Okay, it's kind of like over here. Here we have the Sour Creek Resurgent Dome. That's where I believe currently the magma's rising up and coming in. It travels under, like in this direction, over to the Mallard Lake Resurgent Dome, up to Madison River, and then up to Norris Junction. Let me find another map. Okay, Yellowstone Lake Monitor is up over here. We got Grant over here. Now, they put in a temporary monitor somewhere kind of like in this location right here. Now, as this side of Yellowstone Lake rises up, this area floods out. It's kind of like a bowl. You take a bowl of water and you tip it, and it gets shallower here, and it gets, more flooded over there. And I'm going to show you the uplift that's going on at Grant. So it's measuring both the direction of north and the direction of east, which makes sense. This whole area is rising, and the water is tipping that way.
Oh, shit.
West Thumb was created
not a good sign.
By an explosion,
up.
a hydrothermal explosion, I suppose. I want to say about 11,000 years ago. I could be wrong on that date. And when it blew out, it made Yellowstone Lake much larger.
That was close.
So here we have the tilt meter, the uplift for Grant. This is the last week.
Come on, give me room.
And then the last 30 days.
Blocking me. Damn, he's coming too.
Yellowstone Lake, over here we have Old Faithful. And then, if they're going to show me here, up over here is the Madison River area. Again, the spectrogram for Yellowstone Lake, the spectrogram for Grant, and the spectrogram for Madison River. I'm going to make this larger for you. Yeah, the melt has been rising up in the Madison River area.
Saved it in the grass.
We got the earthquakes that brought up the gases, heated up the ground, as the magma comes up closer. The tilt meter for the Madison River. Remember the date that I said that the ground just kind of fell?
I got a pit this time.
See that?
Third
and then
place.
It came back up. Now that was between the 3rd and the 4th. Top measures east. Bottom measures north. Last 7 days. Look at the uplift. See how we now have it in 2 distinct locations. I talked about this in my last video, I believe. And then the last 30 days. See, that's when the ground just dropped. Yeah, not good. And you can see how it's darker here and darker there.
All I got to say
the last 30
we got
days.
trouble.
The darker dots are the more recent activity. So we got a trend towards the north, but now we got it in the center where originally it started.
Do you and I share the same goals?
I'm worried for y'all.
If we do,
I'm worried
we can
for
disagree.
y'all.
Even strongly.
I'm worried for y'all.
Okay, Yellowstone Lake, Madison River, and then up over here would be
Martial
Norris
law's coming,
Junction. I don't know
guys.
if this map has it
That's
on
how
there.
he's gonna do it. My
No.
God.
If I zoom in, it does.
Oh
Let
my
me pull
God,
this
dude.
down.
This is going to be 32
Norris Back
states
Basin.
with ash. 32 states with
And
ash
we'll
if
pull
this
it
happens,
down.
folks. You better get out of them
There's
states.
Madison.
I've already put out the map.
Okay, Madison.
It's on my
And then up over
Facebook.
here is Norris. See that? Look how dark the Norris Junction
All of my
spectrogram
Facebook.
for sulfur dioxide is getting again. Down here is ancient helium and methane.
Mm-hmm.
This is supposed to be water stripped of oxygen, which is common for active volcanoes. In this case, a volcano that is recharging for another eruption. And there's been 80 smaller
Not been no
eruptions
good news
since the
at all
last
lately.
large eruption 650,000 years ago. I'm going to have to find the time to find out how large those 80 small eruptions were. I don't know right now. The tilt meter for Norris Junction, last 7 days, still rising just in the center. We got one dot down here, one dot up over there, but that's not recent. Within the last week. Last 30 days, we got the dot there that's recent, and the trending kind of northeast. So up here we have Grant. This is the monitor, what it's currently showing. Here we have Norris Junction, and this is Yellowstone Lake, what it's currently showing. Another example of the increased activity at Madison River. Little West Thumb, or West Thumb, that's where Grant's at. Headman Lake. Lake Butte. Now I'll show you where Lake Butte's at. Okay, here we got the upper portion of Yellowstone Lake. It's up over here. And Mary Lake. Now this here is a monitor for Wyoming, boulder array. And I'm showing you this because we had an earthquake here in South Dakota. Yep. And they're not talking about it. This is Rapid City, South Dakota.
Wow, this is crazy.
Red Lodge, Montana. Yeah, it was picked up all the way over there. Yeah, we got another one here, but it's got a P wave on it. There's its signature here in South Dakota. And the signature in Wyoming. Now, USGS is not reporting any of these earthquakes, nothing since yesterday. Oh, yeah, the one in Manhattan, Montana.
Yeah.
And that was on the 6th, and then the one there in West Yellowstone right there. A 1.4, that was on the 5th. I reported the
Lincoln, Montana earthquake.
We got a 0.5 on the 5th.
I thought you did better than that.
You'll remember when I reported about the swarm that was going on up there. See, this is why you want the webcam working.
Lincoln, Montana.
This is the current monitor. And we got an earthquake that just came in again at Yellowstone Lake.
Oh my God! Another one?
Hold on a second.
My phone, my app is going crazy right now.
Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, tell me something's not going on at Yellowstone Lake. It was picked up at Norris Junction, it looks like. Yeah.
Get these videos out, everyone.
And of course, Grant's behind.
We're under attack.
Convenient, right? Just like the camera. Convenient.
That national emergency is coming.
Hold on.
You've been asking for. You've been wanting, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't think you want it. I promise you.
On it. Yeah, we definitely have changes going on. See how it's pulsating?
Mm-hmm.
Oop, let me go back.
It's not good. I can't
boom,
even drive.
Boom, boom,
boom.
You know, they try and tell us that, yeah, the guy's coming out from CenturyLink, supposed to be there at 6:30 tonight to fix the camera. Here's an image of one of the entrances. Nope. That was the north entrance. This is the west entrance.
That's a lie.
The image for Yellowstone Lake has not been updated since the 6th. Today's the 7th. And the Old Faithful webcam, yeah, doesn't have night vision.
My nerves are shot. Right
so that's all I have for you right now. Yeah, pretty frustrating that the government goes cheap. Mm-hmm. Who knows where they spend that money?
Oh, we don't.
Probably buying property down there in South America.
Pedophile government,
Africa, bitch. I don't know. Building their bunkers, their shelters, whatever, for the coming disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if anything major happens, you know you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So if any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up my videos. Please stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.
This is not good, guys. She never comes on this late. 11:23. Shit. That old lady should be in bed by now. What in the world's going on? What's the message here? I have to talk to you later, Sheila. Sorry, I'm working hard right now for y'all. I don't even know who's watching. Am I seeing that right? Global weather, earthquake, cyclone. We got more news. This is scary as all get out right now. Everybody, we have alert on the West Coast. And my app has got to be going crazy. It is. Let's go to this. God, this is scary as all get out. I don't know what to say. My eyes are watery. I'm not feeling good. Damn, fifth place. I don't know if I can last there, man. Oh my God.
Good day, YouTubers, friends, and family from across the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide. We are on February 7th, 2019. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet, and welcome to another cold day in Alberta. And those strange events happening in the Pacific Ocean right now, tropical cyclones developing,
Yes.
weird high pressure ridges turning into a low pressure, creating high surf and flood warnings across Hawaii. Hawaii earthquakes going off today. We had a 4.3 recorded in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And also another 4.0 the West Coast, North America. So Stay tuned. We're just looking here right now at the disaster alert, and you can see we are very busy with a lot of avalanche warnings across western parts of North America, of course.
Yep.
Canada and the U.S., as heavy amounts of snow have been falling across the Rockies. 11 feet of snow fell in Sierra Nevada, California. That's crazy. We've got some major events happening in this world.
Yes, it is.
And looking at the 5-day forecast, it's just getting weirder.
Yep.
But we've got extreme cold temperatures invading Alberta. Well, actually, not invading, but sticking around. As temperatures are looking to dip down to minus 29 again by next week. See that high pressure ridge coming from the North Pole. Northern parts are seeing minus 55 with the wind chill. A friend of mine, Jamie Stewart, he shared a snapshot of his screen, and it was minus 55 with the wind chill. Wow. So yes, this anomaly in the Pacific I was talking about yesterday. So a high pressure ridge all of a sudden just turned into a huge low pressure here. And you can see it just kind of goes around the Pacific Ocean, doesn't go anywhere. It goes north and then it heads west again towards Hawaii, and we're going to be watching that one over the coming days. That could be a doozy of a storm for western parts of North America. Very mixed bag of precipitation again across northeastern United States. They've had a lot of freezing rain and a lot of power outages due to the freezing rain as well. Temperatures have just been so drastic. I mean, my mom was reporting 12 degrees above zero in Brantford the other day, and it was minus 10 the day after. So things change drastically, and they are across the northern hemisphere. Europe is experiencing the same kind of event, which is cold and a lot of snow. So, there are many things that are leading me to believe we are on the verge of this grand solar minimum.
Yep.
As the higher elevations, that cold temperature just seems to really stick around, especially here in China.
Oh boy, that was close.
And then across Australia, northeast Australia, finally, that low pressure system will be leaving over the next 2 days. So that's like 7 days of straight rain. And you can see that low pressure system going.
I'll tell you what's weird. guys, the solar flare satellite has been taken down. Now they still haven't got the volcano live cam up for. I had it in Montana a week ago. I haven't checked it a week ago. Now we're saying it's off. It's been off for 4 days. This is scary, guys. This is scary. All I can say is you better hold on to your hat, because if they turn on that 5G, we're done. We're done. We're gonna be fried chicken.
Back to the equator and joining another area of interest, tropical cyclone warning will be in effect for Vanuatu and parts of the Fiji Islands for later next week, as these two low pressure systems will join and then most likely head towards Antarctica. As we're just watching strange low pressure and high pressure development all across the planet. Long lines of moisture, atmospheric rivers that stretch almost across the globe.
Wow.
Now we've got two tropical cyclones here. We have on the right, we have Funani, and on the left is Jelena. Now Jelena is downgraded to a 2, but Funani was a Category 4 today.
Mm-hmm.
Max sustained winds of 140
That's crazy.
miles per hour.
That's a hurricane.
And then look where Funani goes. Straight towards Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that massive amount of snow and moisture that's bringing with it. So I really can't explain why these things are happening.
I can.
As Murder Bros, we're always trying to be our best.
He don't have the balls to tell you either.
Fish sticks and fillets, Gordon's is at his best too.
He don't have the balls to tell you either. I know where it's going. It's coming from Rothschilds in China and the HRRP. HARP.
Except for the research that I've done. You know, parts of South America here, still, they're going to be looking at some very intense thunderstorms next week as things start to heat up there.
Mm-hmm.
But the big weather picture here is cold straight across western parts of Canada and the U.S.
Yep.
And then watch for a lot of snow with this next low
Called it
pressure
2 weeks ago,
development right
guys.
here.
All you
So
have
there
to
will
do
be
is
another
view my
heavy snowfall
videos.
warning to parts of Washington and straight down to Nevada. Boy, oh boy. So here we are. Let's look at earthquakes last
I called
24
the
hours.
hurricanes last year. You don't
Very
think I'm
busy.
going to call the storms
Not
this year?
many deep earthquakes recent, like
You
as
got
of
another thing
today.
coming. This is my favorite thing
But
to do.
something I'm going to point out
Give
in
you
the
heads
7 day
up.
is that
Be
there's been a
ahead
lot
of
of
the
deep
game
earthquakes.
on these
So we're
NWO
going to look at the
bitches.
last largest being this 5.7 in Indonesia. So western parts of the Ring of Fire are seeing a lot of 4s and 5s today.
Yep. It were. This has been a long
And it
day
moved
for me.
right from Fiji
I'm almost done for the night.
and then back to Indonesia,
And get the end of the race tomorrow.
and now it's coming back to Fiji. This plate line is under a lot of movement, and it seems like it's weak right now, so we need to stay aware and prepared, because one of these fault lines could present a catastrophic event for mankind.
He's right. He's fucking
Strange
right.
earthquake here, Moshi, Tanzania, a
I'm
3.7
fucking pissed.
in Africa, reported today.
You see why I left California, folks? I left California 8 years ago to come back home to Alabama because I knew the volcanoes were going to erupt. I knew the earthquakes were coming. The reason I moved to Alabama, and I'll tell you this, the meteors are not going to hit here, and the volcano ash is not going to hit Alabama. That's the thing, guys. We're in the Bible Belt. Alabama is probably going to be the safest place. And I hear medical marijuana is going to be legalized by Kay Ivey very soon. They're not even going to wait on Trump or the state. So just thought y'all might want to know that. Alabama is actually the cheapest state to live in. And the gas prices is like $1.95, which you can't beat. I knew it took me $6,000 to even survive. Well, I made $6,000 a day, but it took about $12,000 a month to survive in California. It's pretty bad, but it's true.
A couple earthquakes here in Chile as well. Calama. Yeah, Calama. As well as Peru with a 4.9. And still a long list of earthquakes in the Dominican Republic. 4.3 here in Savannah, Bite, Honduras. And I want to give a shout out to the tapers who follow us drywallers. They are from Honduras. So big shout out to you guys. We'll see you at work. So yes, the quiet zone still is North America.
Yep.
It's the only area right now without 4s and 5s.
It's coming.
Hawaii had a 4.6 today. There's been a lot of minor earthquakes around both volcanoes. Kilauea and Mauna Loa.
Yep. That's right. Something's coming, guys.
Aleutian Islands, small earthquakes,
You better
Alaska.
be ready. West Coast.
But nothing Cascadia fault line. So take notice here as we look at this map. The last 7 days, there have been so many deep earthquakes on every continent. Not just in the regular Fiji regions and Indonesia. No, they are everywhere.
He's right.
Stay aware and prepared. Thanks everybody for watching today. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you've made it this far in this video, God bless your heart. And thank you for tuning in to Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide. I really appreciate all of your support and all of your the love that you send in your comments. I love getting into the comments. I always try to say hi to everybody as fast as I can. And so be sure to get in there and say hi. And thank you for subscribing to Morning Dew, as we have now surpassed 6,000 family members. That's right, 6,000 family members from across the world in 150 countries. Thank you all so much. I am elated right now. I'm so excited for the future of Morning Dew, Daily Events Worldwide. Posting my severe weather analysis and disaster alerts from around the world, keeping you aware and prepared. Stay young and have fun, and get your Morning Dew. Thanks for watching today. Bye-bye.
He's awesome.
If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.
He's awesome. If there's anything else out there, I have a feeling there will be. Something's going on, guys, and we're almost on the 8th. Something told me to get on here tonight again. All I got to say is get ready. That's all I can say. Get ready. Gravitational waves, radiation levels spike. Breaking news on that. I'm telling you, they're waiting on something to happen. National emergency's coming, guys. Y'all wanted it, and I'm telling you, you don't really want it. I promise you. I knew this was coming, guys. This is ugly as all get out. A man and a woman war. This is not good. They're keeping everything away from us right now. I'm having to go down the line. They're not giving us our notifications. I go down the line almost every hour. Just whoever joins and is wanting to know what's going on. We're having hellacious earthquakes on the west coast, earthquakes in Hawaii, close to Mauna Loa, and the other volcano. Good grief! Is this true? World War III warning. Okay, Russia's getting ready for something. This makes sense. If the west coast goes, Russia is going to attack. That's their plan.
World War III warning. How Russia is the greatest national security danger the world faces. Russia is the greatest national security danger the world faces today, and the US should immediately take action in order to prevent a full-blown conflict, a documentary claims. For the past 5 years, Russia has been crushed by sanctions that punished President Vladimir Putin for ordering his military into Ukraine and Syria and for alleged cyber attacks in the US. Sanctions were also imposed after the Kremlin helped rogue nation North Korea evade sanctions of their own. As a result, inflation in Russia has plummeted significantly since 2015. Despite this, many analysts have claimed that Russia still poses a threat to U.S. elections and to national security. In 2017 documentary Is America in Retreat? Former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine John Herbst warned about the potential danger of the Kremlin, which he thinks could spark a global conflict. When journalist Johann Norberg asked Mr. Herbst how war suddenly bursts out of relative peace, the official said, "It's actually pretty simple. You have to ask, which countries have the most of capacity to do you harm? When you ask that question, it will be the powers that have the most powerful military. And of course, Russia, along with the US, are the world's two great nuclear powers. Besides that, Russia has probably the world's second most powerful conventional military, and you have a regime in the Kremlin which has a policy preference to tear up the peace that was established in Europe after the Cold War. With this policy preference, they conducted a war in Georgia, seized Crimea in Ukraine by military force, and they are conducting a war in East Ukraine right now. It's pretty clear to me that the greatest national security danger today is a very revisionist Kremlin." Mr. Herbst added that, by definition, Russia is a global problem which requires global leadership by the US. However, the former US ambassador noted that so far, we haven't really seen that. Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Bret Stephens also put forward his concerns regarding Russia, claiming that for the first time in history, the idea of a confrontation between Russia and NATO is realistic. However, just like Mr. Herbst, Mr. Stephens claimed the US's recent disinterest in global issues is to blame. He said, "It is a perception by the bullies of the world, whether they are in Beijing or Moscow or in Damascus, that American power, American assurances, American promises aren't serious, and that America isn't interested or isn't seriously interested in defending its interests, its values, or its friends."
It's not good, guys. War is about to start. Wild Wild West is about to be taken down by China with their stupid weather war shit that's going on with the volcanoes and earthquakes and the fires. We're not going to let it happen on the East Coast. I don't know what y'all are doing on the West Coast. I really don't. But I will tell you this. Either ride or die. And I hear a lot of y'all are volunteering and going to the FEMA camps. I bet you half of y'all are even alive anymore. But that's y'all. I mean, I tried to warn y'all 2 weeks ago that you had 3 ice storms back to back to back coming, and sure enough, and now we got 32 feet of waves coming from Hawaii heading toward wow, that's all I got to say. Wow. Boy, did I call that 9 months ago. I try to warn y'all. I mean, I know I was gone for 3 months and I haven't felt good, but things happened, guys. I lost my passcode, my password or whatever for YouTube Live on my other channel, and I had to start another one. My phone fried, and that was it. That was the end. I had to start another YouTube channel. If y'all can't follow and you're not smart enough to follow me, and you don't see that I'm doing good things for y'all, then maybe you need to grow up and, I don't know, build you a bunker, because you're about to get your head knocked off by China and North Korea and Russia, and we're not. I've got a bunker in Walker County waiting on me, and all I got to say is I told you so. And I told you, what, 2015 that this shit was coming? I did, didn't I? And why did I tell you that? Because I wanted you to be safe and not be outnumbered by China and the UN. I forgot the UN. Honduras gang rapists. I mean, who else? I'm not really concerned about the fake actors that's got brand new cell phones, the migrants that y'all call the caravan. I call them George W. Bush's bitches and George Soros's bitches. And I don't know if you knew this or not, migrants, but these cell phones that you got in your hand, if you're not noticed, I think something's buzzing around your head. They're called drones, and they're following your cell phones. Just thought you might want to know that, and they're going to hit you with explosives, and that's what they're doing. That's why we're not seeing them come to the border. They're hitting them guys with drones, and I tried to report this to you, and none of y'all wanted to listen. All y'all wanted to do is dislike my videos and everything. The reason they did this is for you to be locked up and imprisoned with a wall. Last time I checked, Ronald Reagan took down the Berlin Wall. The only person that's got a wall now is China, and we're going to look like China. And China is communist, and all I got to say is, we get this wall built and everything, you're going to be just like Green Day said in that video, wake me up when September comes. And now it's been deleted. It was on there in 2015. Now it's not even there no more. That tells you something. They know the plan. That wall has been decided, golly, since the 80s, folks. Since Ronald Reagan signed the executive order of Rex 84. Rex 84 is martial law for this day coming up. We're waiting on that national emergency that everybody's talking about, that 9/11 plot. If you not notice, you're getting arrested for what they have done, if you not noticed. So remember what I just said to y'all, okay? I'm going to leave y'all in two laps. I'm in 4th place. I started 4th. I was first at start early this morning, and now I'm up to 4th. It don't look like I'm going to win this thing. I had a big steering problem at the start. I've been catching back up. I went down to 24th, and now I'm up to 4th. It looks like my steering messed up bad. I don't know what happened there, guys. It messed up everything. But you'll get to see the final of it tomorrow. Not sure what time yet. I'm watching the volcanoes and the earthquakes right now on the app, and they're going crazy. I may have to do a video on my other YouTube channel. I'm wore out. I am wore out for trying to save y'all's asses, and some of y'all don't even care. The ones that does care is on my Facebook. You know who you are, Irma. Irma, you need to get out of California, sweetie. That's all I got to say. Irma, War Goddess, please, if you're listening, you need to get out. I mean, Mary Greeley don't do that often, folks. I'm going to pit road in about one more lap, and then I'm going to end it, and I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. And if I have a breaking news like I did today, Alex, you shouldn't have bullied us, guys. Alex got shot by Officer Kayla this morning, or tonight, in Chicago, Illinois, with John Burke and all of her boys, shot a former NASCAR online bully. He's done for, guys, and they're looking for a guy named Zach. Finding out that Zach is Steeler's dad that used to race with me, used to be my friend. I can't believe that he's one of the guys that's bullying us, but he's about to be arrested or shot, one or the other, not sure which. But Zach, if you're listening, you might want to stop messing with my channel partner, and your boys, Michael, that would be Gypsy. You might want to stop messing with my channel, because Kayla's she's not messing around. I hired that chick, my ex-girlfriend, to mess y'all up because y'all didn't want to believe that we were stopping bullies. And I got news for you, man. You're not going to win this war. I promise you. You messed with the wrong guy. You, Dustin, Gomez. If you not noticed, Gomez is gone. They shot him. David Gomez from Kingsville. King something, Texas. I can't remember all of them, guys. But and then where's Captain Winning? Gone. Prison for pedophilia. He's from Conyers, Georgia. We got him. Budweiser 420, but he better be glad he grew up and grew some balls and started respecting me, because I was about to pull the chain on you, and it would have been bad. But I mean, I used to like you, but I'm just giving you a heads up, man. You bullying online is over. They found your address. Every time you comment down below, they got you. Every time you comment to any YouTube channel, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose the CIA, and I try to tell y'all that, and y'all want to be an idiot. I mean, just go right ahead, do what you want to do. John X Army, I got news for you, man. Kayla's looking for you. Just thought you might want to know that. She's gonna get you too. Just thought you might want to know that, buddy. You messed with my Scorpion channel, and you're going down, partner. Stony Stone, you're going down from Chicago, right? She's looking for you. So just thought you might want to know that. I'm going to pit road after this. This guy wants to play games. I'm going to push him right off the track. I got tired of that crap. Yeah, I'm not. They messed up on that deal, but I just thought I might give you some heads up, bullies. You want to mess with me some more? Huh? Here you go, you filthy animal. I got a good one for you. Keep the change, 'cause I'm coming for you. We are anonymous. We are the Marines militia. We are WikiLeaks. We are ex-CIA, ex-NSA. Expect us. Have a nice day. Subscribe.